I will invite Laurentiu BOGDAN from Servier, Digital and IS Director at Servier Pharma. So it's a pleasure to see you again.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you for accepting our invitation. So, how did Servier Pharma story started with DRUID?
Before talking about the story of relation between DRUID and Servier Pharma, I think we have to create a bit of context. And the context is starting with Servier. We are a pharma company, of course. It's in the name of our in our name. And because of that, we are care of people. Our care for people is essential. And it doesn't matter if we are talking about employees or doctors or patients, we are looking at the people, experience and health and so on. Because of that, in the IT department, we also looking at the people needs and experience. Since I'm very lucky because I'm in Servier since the beginning of the IT department, that means in 2002, and many years ago, where nothing was built there, so I have the chance to build everything from the scratch. And at that time, we had in mind one thing, digital first. So we've built everything with this idea in mind. And we're struggling to give to the people, employees, the right tool at the right moment in the hope that they will have easy task to manage their daily activities. It wasn't so easy until later years when the technology enriched a bit. And that was the moment when we saw DRUID and the conversational AI. Why? Because what we've missed, it was the exactly the close technology close to the user. Instead of using different technologies, we thought that it's a very good idea to have like a virtual assistant for each employee. And that was the starting point. And from there, we have built, how you call it?
Megabot?
Megabot.
Okay.
Because we didn't like the idea to create a bot for each department. We create only one with all the knowledge for each staff. So we've built step-by-step processes, I don't know, Q&As, all that stuff. And in the last 2 months, 3 months, no, in fact, it was like something like that in November or October where the chatbot, ChatGPT appeared. I said, oh, it's nice, good idea. I didn't saw at the first the usage of the ChatGPT. Then, in January, I realized that it can be a game changer for us. So we talked to DRUID and we said, we need that. We need to use the GPT model to better understand our employees and better serve, if you want, the needs of them. Because most of the time, with the virtual assistant that we have, we cannot understand, it cannot understand very well the questions or the needs and so on. So this is the moment where everything will change. From now on, we can finally understand what the user wants, and we will know what to offer them.
So yeah, if in the past the platform would have required previous training or extra training in order to better understand.
That was I think the most painful implementation of it was the Q&A for legal department, where they had to build the training model, questions, answers, many questions, and so on. And it, in the legal department, at least in Servier, there are not so many people, so they complained a lot about the work that they have to do. And finally, we had this sort of Q&A, which doesn't work. They didn't use it. And it's something that it's important to say. In Servier, more than 96% of the people are using the conversational AI, almost all the people. We have more than 10,000 messages, interaction, with the only one conversational AI, which is a lot. Even though they don't like to use the Q&A because they have to use the right phrasing, the right question to receive the answer. Now with the GPT, it's a game changer. You know, you can ask in any way, you will receive the answer that you need.
But besides the Q&A and the FAQs, what are the business tasks or the outcomes automated by the virtual assistant that you
Everything.
guys have in the organization?
So we have CRM, of course. Everybody has a CRM, ERP, business process management, whatever, you name it, help desk. Everything can be done through conversational AI. Of course, you can enter in each application and operate it through the interface, or you can work through the teams because our conversational AI, it is in the teams, and you can ask whatever you want. You want a holiday, you can ask a holiday. You want to approve an expense note, you can approve an expense note. You want to enter an expense in the application, you can use the chatbot. If you want to ask a question about the legal, now you can through the GPT. What else we have? In the CRM, you can register your daily call. You can change things, not everything, because we don't want to replace the main application. We are using only some tasks of that. We have integrated, by the way, we have integrated also RPAs from Microsoft Automate. You can run an automation through the ChatGPT, to the conversational AI, too many words. What else? I'm very exciting, for example, now we are trying to give a voice to our, by the way, the name of our conversational AI is Gelu. It's very Romanian. We like a lot that name. And Gelu knows, and we hope to give him a voice, because part of our workforce are working from the field. They are going to the hospitals to meet doctors. So mainly they are in the car. So now with the help of DRUID, we will have a voice for Gelu, and they can do everything that they can do through Teams. They can call to Gelu and they can ask different stuff. And that's amazing. Imagine how much time you can gain just because you can, you are in the car in the red line in the traffic jam, and you can register your CRM calls, or you can ask for holidays, whatever, just through a call.
We have the same feedback coming from one of the largest healthcare network that we are working with, and they have a virtual assistant dedicated for the management. And they were mentioning that they have around 300 managers that are working with the virtual assistant. Then they mentioned that the peak of the usage of that virtual assistant is somewhere in the morning, around 9 a.m., until they get to work, and after they finish their daily schedule, daily program, so that they're doing the approvals, CAPEX approvals, OPEX approvals. So they're chatting with their own virtual assistant to just make sure that the tasks are completed. So I assume it's the same.
It's almost the same. I heard somebody saying earlier about the ROI and this kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. It's easy to measure, but I think it's not as important as the quality that you are giving, the time that you are giving back to the employees. Because most of the time you are automating the boring stuff, boring tasks. So I know colleagues from HR departments are very happy because they don't have to fill, I don't know how many forms, because 300 people want this and that, and they are very happy about, because they have less boring tasks, and they start using their, really
valuable time
and knowledge on different aspects. And this is something that I thought about that lately. I think everybody has this experience. You are new in a company and you need to find something. And you don't know who to ask, where to find. Now, with the DRUID and GPT, you can ask and you can find whatever you want. Of course, you have to train them. But you can find the right information, the right person who can help you. This is my dream, to have a personal assistant that can do for me whatever I ask him. Ask it, I don't know what's the...
Yeah, so I totally agree with you. Our customers are looking to cover, especially in HR, the entire life cycle of an employee, starting with the onboarding, signing the paperwork, the induction phase, guiding the employee in just getting familiar with the organization, understanding the policies behind it. So have like this body of his, and going towards career management and later on maybe offboarding. But yes, again, DRUID brings value in HR more than in any other part of the organization, or maybe except finance. But I agree. Are you looking to also implement the DRUID in finance?
We have for finance
Okay.
the processes that are linked with the expense notes, the expense, and yeah, basically that part.
How was the adoption of the virtual assistant of Gelu?
It was it's a journey. So I can't remember when we started. Probably it was around 2020 or something like that.
18.
Okay, 18. So many years, okay. So we started very slow. The adoption comes with our ideas of what to teach, what to teach teach it. Once we have found the right process or the right knowledge, I don't know how to call it, for Gelu, the adoption rise very fast. So when we touch the main processes that they have, expenses, CRM, HR, and so on, it was from one day to another, they start using it. Of course, we had a lot of people that are very
reluctant, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know if it's the right word. Anyway, there are still people that don't want to talk with a bot, with technology, with whatever. They want face-to-face, they want phone. But even them, after a while, they start to see the advantages of the technology, just because they can use it anytime. They are available for them 24 hours a 7.
Yeah, well, so I'm very glad to hear that the concept of the megabot, we're still trying to figure out the right name for it, because I wouldn't call it the Gelu megabot. But besides that, I'm really glad to hear that the megabot is a concept that is adopted within your...
It was natural. We didn't thought about that. It was...
It came as a natural... Yeah, well, actually, the concept of a megabot came as a request from customers like yourselves, looking to have one single point of interaction within the entire set of technologies that lie within the organization. Laurentiu, thank you so much.
Thank you.
For today and for your feedback, and let's make Gelu great. Thank you so much.